Okay. I'll be explaining the need to prepare for the increased amount of older people in our society. By a show of hands, how many of you are planning on being some type of need of being taken care of when you're older? No? No? Well, the reality is over 60% of us are going to need some type of assisting care when we're older. I'll be talking about the baby boomer generation currently reaching old age and how that will affect all of us. I currently have several family members who are in the baby boomer generation, my parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, family friends, etc., etc. And I'm currently taking a gerontology class this semester, so I'm able to grasp the subject a lot more than I used to. This topic relates to all of us in two reasons. Everyone in this room knows someone who's part of the baby booming generation. It could be parents, grandparents, etc. And knowing what is needed in order to take care of them will be important. Number two, the field of working with seniors is growing. In the next decade, it will be booming. As we are looking for our future career paths, working in the senior industry may turn out to be promising for all of us. Okay. Today I will discuss what a baby boomer is, what their needs are, what resources are available to them, and why this may not be enough for them. The first thing is I would like you to know what makes someone part of the baby boomer generation. This generation is the largest generation of American born in the U.S. history. Everyone between 1946 and 1964 are part of the baby boomer generation. And in 2008, 77.3 million baby boomers were reported in the U.S. population. They make up about 25% of our population. The reason why it's such a big number is during the time was due when soldiers during World War II and the Korean War returning home. They were eager to settle down and start a family of their own. Now that you understand what a baby boomer is, let's look at what some of the current baby boomers' needs are. Due to the advances in medical fields, people are living longer and may suffer many diseases and disabilities. Studies have shown baby boomers are more likely to be obese, have diabetes, have high blood pressure, which can lead to risks of heart attack and strokes. Disability and disease can prevent seniors from doing like simplest things, like daily tasks like cooking, preparing their own meals, managing money, driving, and also personal care such as bathing, dressing, getting out of bed. It is not known why, but there is an increase in seniors suffering from dementia and Alzheimer's. This disease makes it impossible for seniors to live independently at home. All these factors leave many seniors needing extra support in their later years. Now that we understand what baby boomers' needs are, I would like to go over some resources for seniors. There are a range of resources for seniors. The transportation is an important part of staying as independent as possible for seniors. Providing transportations will help baby boomers feel support and stay in their homes. The Orange County Transportation Authority, also known as OCTA, is a senior mobile program which helps seniors with rides from senior centers, doctor's appointments, trips, sometimes visiting family, friends, or their relatives. In-home service are great resources to make sure some seniors are safe and happy in their homes. Some in-home services are Meals on Wheels, healthcare, home visits from nurses, private caregivers, help with home repair from local churches, and friendly visitor programs. Long-term facilities are for seniors who can no longer live at home and need 24-hour care supervision. Skilled nurses' homes are for seniors who need medical attention, assisted living facilities, helps seniors who need assistant care associated with living not covered on a Medicare. They must pay for out-of-the-pocket services. Low-income assisted living can start out from $1,500 to as high as $10,000 per month. Okay, there are a wide range of services for our seniors, but now it may not be enough for the baby boomer generation. Overall, the baby boomer generation values their independence. They were raised to be self-reliant, confident, they are educated, and crave excitement. Sing-alongs at senior centers will not be enough to keep them happy anymore. And even though they will be living longer, many of them still plan on retiring at age 64. That means more time will be spent not working and living off savings. It may be harder for them to support themselves for as long as they may live, which nowadays is a very long time. Baby boomers are changing what it means, what retirement means, and as opposed to relaxation, they want excitement, new adventures, and opportunities for socialization. Today I've discussed what baby boomers is and what their needs are, what resources they are for them, and why this may not be enough. As you can see, this wave of baby boomers growing older will need more resources, living options, excitement. As a society, we should continue to prepare for the senior industry to boom. Hopefully, we'll be ready.
Alex, what did you think?
Well, I thought he was kind of nervous. I felt like during the entire series, I feel like he was kind of rushing it. But overall, I think he did really well with his visuals. But I kind of got lost while he was talking about through his speech. Like I didn't really know what was his purpose through his entire speech.
Okay. Give me a second here. Well, I thought that you identified the topic pretty well, and that you had a very good preview of what the supporting material was going to be. Internally, I did think that the transitions were also pretty clear. Maybe a numerical signpost would have helped Alex find the information. I did think that you had, like I said, some smooth material that got us from one point to the next point so that we knew where we were, but I could see where it could be highlighted a little bit more for people who are listening and maybe you're not as focused or got lost in some of the details that you're providing. I thought you started off pretty well with citing information when you had the information about the number of baby boomers, and you've got the visual that goes up there. All of the stuff on needs, for instance, coming up, I think that that's probably well researched. I do think you need to cite that a little bit more effectively in the speech. I didn't hear any sources being presented on a regular basis, and you want to be more consistent about that. You've got lots of examples of things that boomers are going to be faced with, and I thought that you did okay in giving us kind of hypotheticals on those things. I think it would be one of those opportunities to tell us a story, for instance, like you mentioned at the beginning, relatives that you might have who are going through those particular stages. Maybe you've got an aunt who is moving from the position where she needs to be in assisted living because she's got a little bit of dementia and some of the problems she's faced with. And what does the assisted living consist of? How much is she going to have to, whatever it is, it's, whether it's transportation, in this particular case, assisted living, what are her financial issues that she's facing, you know, what kinds of services, how many people are going to be there to be able to provide those kinds of things. You said, you know, this is going to be a growing industry, and I think that that's probably true, that that's where there's going to be a lot of job growth in the next 10 years, 15 years, is in providing services for boomers, assuming that they can afford for those kinds of things. A lot of them, we're all going to end up poor because we spent all our money, you know. And all of yours, by the way. So thank you very much for that. You know, I thought that you did a pretty good job kind of explaining all of those needs, and the visuals illustrate some ideas and concepts. They don't always tell us a lot of information. I think the first one that has the statistic on the boomers and the time period that defines when the boomers were, I thought that was fine. The other ones, they're themes, and they kind of remind us where we are at any particular point in the speech, but they don't really add a lot of information to the presentation. Delivery issues, a couple of things. Like I said, we haven't been emphasizing that. You're kind of hiding behind the podium. You start leaning on it at one point. There's a little bit more reading than you want, and that seems a little bit strange. I think you needed to plan your introduction better. You basically start with your topic. You don't really have an attention device. You tell us what the topic is, and then you come up with an attention device. So you've got those a little bit backwards. So at the beginning of the speech, I think you do your audience survey and your definition first, and then tell us what the purpose is of the speech and identify the topic that way. And I think it'll work a little bit better. The slides were integrated in the speech pretty effectively. Like I said, there could probably be some additional information in them. All right, thank you very much.